The best variety of jazz on one station. Cool Jazz 106.7.
And we're wrapping up our jazz for today here on GJRB Online, closing out the best of jazz. Hope you enjoy the program. Glad you could tune in. Let's continue now as we wrap up our best of jazz. We'll have a weather on the fives here in a little less than about 10 minutes from now, about 9 from now, with our Clinton weather forecast. One more time for our listeners in Clinton here on GJRB Online. This is Strange Sounds in Danger on the best of jazz. Michael Fanning. And a selection there called Free Air. Interesting piece of music. He is a fabulous new artist here on GJRB's Spreaker playlist. Here on our Best of Jazz. He has 77 songs. Comes out of Tempe, Arizona. Great piece of music there called Free Air. And along with that, you heard Strange Sounds and Danger on the Best of Jazz here on Saturday afternoon here on GJRB Online. Strange Sounds from Places Unknown. Got a lot of really neat music you can find here on GJRB Online. And if you like our program, please hit that like button. And you can join us for the Best of Jazz here on GJRB Online. The first Saturday of the month usually at 3 o'clock Central Time. But the next couple of months, this month and again next month, we're going to be at the second weekend of the month instead of the first, because I have a family gathering going on, a big deal, a show going on at the top of next month. So there won't be no show next month on a Saturday, first Saturday of the month, but we'll have it the following Saturday. So that would be, I believe, that's Saturday, June 1st, if I'm not mistaken. That will be a non-show. I'll let you know. I'll be posting on the Spreaker public site to let you know what is coming up on the next show. And the next time we get together for the Best of Jazz is going to feature the music and feature the music of David Sanborn. We're going to do a spotlight show featuring David Sanborn, pretty much a lot of his music, and do a bio, and it'll be a pretty good show, so I hope you'll tune in for that. That will be coming up on in our June edition of the Best of Jazz here on GJRB Online, so check that out. It'll be pretty good. Meanwhile, though, let's do one more Weather on the Fives for Clinton, and then we'll see what's on Spreaker. Yeah, sounds good to me, right? And like I said before, kind of interesting weather for pretty much the nation's midsection. As I was saying about a couple hours earlier, people listening in and people checking us out in Jackson, Mississippi, and around the Mississippi-Louisiana border, you guys are under some moderate to severe thunderstorms. Some of the heaviest, more concerned areas are down around the southernmost tip of that state of Mississippi, just south of Jackson. You guys are under a pretty strong chance of severe weather, and keep on your local stations for information on the storm's capacity and what it can really do over the next few hours there. But you guys are going to get pretty soaked. Severe weather pretty much over a wide variety of the South, including Houston, Texas. Houston being under a lot of rain. There's been some severe flooding going on along those areas under a frontal system that's and a stationary system over Texas, piling up a lot of rain, getting inches of rain in those areas. Let's take a look at our weather forecast here in Clinton, Iowa, though. Our barometric pressure stands at 30.01 inches of mercury. Our visibility 10 miles, dew point 41 degrees, relative humidity 67%, and our winds are north at 5 miles per hour, gusting to 5, making it feel like 52 degrees, which is our current temperature, and it feels like 52 right now. Let's take a look at our forecast. 20% chance of precipitation early, clearing late, a low around 40 with winds east-northeast at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 20% chance of precipitation, cloudy, high of only 55, winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, clouds early, then clearing late, low about 39 degrees for tomorrow night. North winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once again, 52 degrees at our GJRB Spreaker Studios. We bring you the best in jazz the first Saturday of each month here on Spreaker. So let's see what's going on and what's going to be on Spreaker. Check this out now. See what we got coming up on Spreaker over the next couple of days. And I want to at least thank Mike Myers for dropping in our beautiful music last night. Easy Nights is going to be a new show here on GJRB Online. Just wanted to test my audience on, see what you think. A dedication to those radio stations to play that beautiful music in your market. There are a lot of markets, a lot of stations playing that. And I love that music. It's just kind of relaxing. And I enjoyed doing that last night. It's just nothing but beautiful music. Easy Nights is great. Enjoyed it. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen any notifications for her up lately, but Dynamite Debbie's still on vacation, so I don't know when she's going to be back on. But they're going to be on pretty soon. They always have a great show coming out of Florida. Let's take a look at what's out there. Late night GHTR, the classic rock. It's always fabulous. Comes on at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, Central Daylight. 7 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock in the East. I'm going to check this to make sure all these programs are on the times they say they are, because I don't know. They're there, but it doesn't mean they're on. Urban Mix and Kelly Kill, Vinyl Oasis Radio via great stuff by 8 o'clock too. Urban Mix Radio, Spaced Out Radio tonight. Dave Scott is on vacation. David Scott takes a week off, takes a weekend off, and Tessa Nicole Thomas takes the board on this program. She has Psychic Sundays every Sunday night. She's on again tomorrow night. It's 11 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 9:05 in the Pacific for Spaced Out Radio from British Columbia. Always a fabulous show. Check that out. Then tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific. Get your inspiration and hope from Mike Myers, Radio Hope Network. He always brings you the best in, just makes you feel good about yourself, at times. Especially, when it makes you feel like you accomplishing things, Just kind of gives you an uplift. Mike Myers and Radio Hope. Tune in tomorrow morning. You can catch Radio Hope also on great places like the Good Talk Radio Network, and also available on his Muck Radio stream. You can check that out by going into his going to TuneIn. You can get a TuneIn app. That's free. Apply for that. And when you get into the TuneIn app, just look for Muck Radio, MUKRADIO, Muck Radio, 24-hour stream. He's got great programs on there of Christian inspiration, so tune in for that. That's on TuneIn, the TuneIn app. Check that out. Dynamite Debbie, I don't know, like I said, she's not sure she's on yet. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, it's New West Radio Theater. Old-time radio stuff, Theater of the Mind. It's always fabulous. At 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, it's Eric Cooper talking about UFOs. A great lead-in for Spaced Out Radio with Tessa Nicole Thomas and Psychic Sunday. That's tomorrow night. Here. And, of course, in early morning hours, 2 a.m. in the morning, The House of Insanity, State of Craziness with Ozzy Jarvis. Snarky of Oz tomorrow, early Monday morning on Spreaker. Grand Haven Classic Rock, Mike Myers at 8 o'clock in the morning. And we've got great shout out goes out to Snarky of Oz. I haven't talked to her all that much, but I like to just say hello anyway. Though she might not like jazz too much, but stop in and listen anyway. Say hi. They'll love to hear you. She's on 2 a.m. in the morning. Check that out. Another great pod. And of course, she has a group, a listeners group, with a lot of podcasts on it. If you are a Facebook follower here at GJRB Online, follow us on Facebook. You will find a lot of the programs that podcasts including this one here, GJRB Online. When you go into Meet the Spreakers and just put in a request to join, and on Meet the Spreakers, you'll find our show posted there, and a lot of other podcasts that are posted on here. She's got half a dozen of them that you can check out, including our show. Like I said before, the Best of Jazz. You can see that right here. It's we're wrapping up the jazz. You can see that all of my postings are on there, so you can catch our program right there on Snarky of Oz. You also have the Smooth Afternoon from yesterday's Easy Nights. You can catch that on there, and the Wave of Smooth Jazz. Mike Myers is on there. He had a podcast this morning called Another Crazy World Program. Sheesh, you gotta listen to that. He's got all kind of. We got the Wave of Smooth Jazz on here. Artist Spotlight May 9th from Robert Clark Perky, and other great podcasts are on here too, including N3 Radio. So if you want to look for the podcast, including ours, just go and join Meet the Spreakers. And if you're a follower of mine on Facebook, okay, Gary John Russell, you pop that up, you'll see our GJRB postings for all our shows right in there, and also other great listeners. What am I trying to say? See, I always forget what I'm going to say. I lose my train of thought every time. Why is that, you ask? I have no idea. It just happens. But anyway, you'll find all our programs on there, and other listeners, other listening groups on Facebook that I put our postings of our programming on also include Spreaker Tavern and the GJRB online listener page. So check those out. And that's where you'll find our programs. Now, I have a thing on here, a page on Facebook, but right now I'm not using it all that much because I don't get listeners there. And to get over 3,000 some odd listeners or whatever listen to me, I had to pay like $5, and it's like ridiculous. So like I said, I like to promote the GJRB listener page for our Facebook followers. And of course, you'll also catch this program. I'll have it over on the Pinterest page, which I haven't used all that much, but I usually post all our programs on there. And some of the programs that are getting deleted or include the rest of our April programming. So you have one more last chance to catch some of those podcasts before I take them off, because it'll be quite a while we're going to be taking those off, be it that they are getting old, and a lot of the programs are getting old, so I need to take those off and make room for more programming here on Spreaker. So some of those programs are going to die off, and to make room. And of course, I'll be expanding Spreaker here soon as I see a discount again on the broadcaster plan, and it'll be going up to 500 hours of space and 3 hours of continuous broadcasting. So when that comes up, I will let you know when I'll be applying for that, and I'll be advertising that GJRB has expanded to the 3 hour plan. But for right now, we're still on that Air Talent plan, but I always expand this out with local programming, local breaks, and I could stay on continuously on one segment for a little longer than 45 minutes when I do that. It's just you have to put up with about 5 minutes of silence while I'm running local spots on my 9-foot signal. Other than that, got a lot of good stuff here for you. We're going to close out our Best of Jazz for today. That's going to do it. I want to thank everyone for listening to the Best of Jazz. Always a pleasure doing this program. And don't forget to tune in for all the great podcasts that follow here. By the way, more jazz if you want to listen to it. on KDJS. It's another one that you can follow. This guy's fabulous. He comes out of the great state of Kentucky. He has some great continuous smooth jazz in 24/7 streams, and or he just does various podcasts. So check that out. That's KDJS, King David Jazz, and that's all those programs. And of course, like I said before, you want to check out Tuesday night at Caramel Conservative, Ed Delgado. Tuesdays are a great broadcast day here on Spreaker. Find a lot of good programs, including, like I said, Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative, on again at 8 o'clock Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Daylight, 6 o'clock in the Pacific. And of course, sometime during the day, you can listen to Bob the Handyman Huber. Yeah, he does all, he talks his way. He's got some, talks a lot about video games and movies and streaming services and all kinds of stuff. He always has interesting things to talk about. You'll find all these programs just by getting on our GJRB Spreaker public site. And all you got to do is get on the Twitter. I am the Radio Maniac. And when you get into Twitter, you'll see the GJRB online with the Antique Radio. And you'll see our all our shows are on there. Just hit that widget will come up, and you can listen right there. And it'll take you right to the Spreaker public site. And you can just hit that following button, and you'll see all the list of the programs and the stations that I follow, all the podcasts that I follow, like Black Dog and the Black Dragon and Black Dog Indie Country. Oh, that's a good one to listen to. New emerging country music. And he does a countdown and the whole bit. So check all those out. That's on the GJRB Spreaker public site. It also includes King David Jazz, which continues that jazz. Just hit that next right after we're done here on GJRB Online. You can listen to some more smooth jazz to get you through the night. That's going to do it for me. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and had a great time doing the Best of Jazz. And we'll have another Best of Jazz next month featuring the music of David Sanborn. And more great jazz for you next time. So check that out, okay? And some more great jazz for you here on GJRB Online. And always glad to bring you this stuff and bring you some of that great jazz here on GJRB Online. So once again, thanks a lot for tuning in, and thanks a lot for enjoying the music. Going to take you out with a band that I've been playing quite often here. It's kind of a school band called the Marriott Ridge Jazz Band, and they do a real nice cover of Georgia. And take us out. You have yourself your best night ever. We'll talk to you again on possibly Tuesday. Until then, have a great weekend. So long, everyone. Incidentally, I almost forgot. I want to wish all the mothers out there in Radio Land, our GJRB Spreaker Studios, a happy Mother's Day from GJRB.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website totally devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music, check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online's Up and Coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radio Land. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between, like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radio Land.
Coast to coast and way out there, fans, listen up! If you like UFO conspiracies, ghosts, and the paranormal, you'll love Spaced Out Radio, Spreaker's answer to Coast AM, with more interesting guest experts in the paranormal and UFOs each month. If you like Way Out There, you'll love Spaced Out Radio. Own the night with Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott, nightly at 11 p.m. Central, 12 o'clock midnight Eastern, and 9 p.m. Pacific, on Spreaker, on Periscope, and on D-Talk Radio Network.
You never know when GJRB is going to be on the air. More programming, more often, on the internet, on GJRB.
This is the GJRB Online Network.